this 74-year-old man will kick your ass.
I know Kung Fu.
Martial arts are often associated with violence. Even the term martial comes from the Latin word Mars, the Roman god of war. We tend to forget that it's also an art that gives you much physical and mental strength, but also teaches you values of peace, like discipline, responsibility, and self-control. And I've experienced it firsthand. When I was younger, I competed in judo and loved it, but I haven't done anything like it in years, and I really miss it. Fast forward to today. I'm in Lebanon making daily videos with my friends Adam, Flo, and Shadi. And together, we've been learning every day so many different skills. But today, we've decided to take it up a notch. Welcome back, everybody, to day 22 of the daily vlog. Today we're going to Tripoli to learn how to self-defense with the great uncle of Shadi. How do you do it? At first, when Shadi offered to introduce us to his great uncle, we were all a little bit skeptical. Another old guru that thinks he's wise, but little did we know, he's not an ordinary uncle. Okay. Picture Anthony Hopkins, but with the skills of Bruce Lee. You got Ammo Hani. He's Lebanese, 74 years old, and lived in West Africa for most of his life, training the freaking Ghanaian army in martial arts. Throughout the ages, he won countless championships in West Africa. Oh, and yeah, he digs graves as a hobby. He says it humbles him. Today, we learn from the experience, the technicality, and the wisdom of this living legend.
So Hani is my grandpa's cousin. They're like this. I think self-defense is something that's very important to learn. Just if you're walking with your camera or anything like that, you know how to protect yourself. And Hani is gonna be able to show us if someone comes up, how to disarm someone, if someone tries to mess with you.
Yeah, that's why you don't mess with Ammo Hani. Hani was telling us earlier that 2 years ago, he was like 72 years old. 72 years old. He was in his car minding his own business.
I was attacked by 3 people 2 years ago in Ghana, 7:50 in the evening. They wanted my car. I had a BMW, a brand new one. I was at the traffic light and someone came bang, bang, bang on my windscreen. When I opened the door, I was pulled out like a chicken out of a freezer. Someone grabbed me and pulled me out of the car. I came out with a block, an arm block, and I punched him in the eye. So he went like this. He dropped me and I jumped in the air and I came with my elbow on his ribs here. That poor guy ended with no eye.
Oh my gosh. This is a story that happened 2 years ago. 2 years ago! You don't mess with the wrong guys. Very, very simple. Very simple rule. What are we doing right now?
Street fighting.
Street fighting. You're teaching us? Oh my gosh. This is the gym. We're going in. Look at the hand, man. I'm gonna teach you the bear hug technique.
All right, let's see it. Secret technique right here.
If someone tries to strangle you, give me a rope. How can I get out of it? Now what you do is pull, turn, grab, and then you punch here. Hard. And then move his hand.
When I switch lanes, then them doors swing.
Normally I would think fighting and stuff is just like pure, just like anger, force. But it really, martial art, like it really seems like an art.
Right after Adam said that, Ammo Hani started to show us his art. He started to destroy us like a little chicken, and that was still considered training. The guy was incredibly powerful, but luckily in the end I survived and he let me defeat him actually. Not for long. We're taking a small break right now. Hani is such a legend, really. We've been spending more time listening to his incredible life stories than actually training. He has so much wisdom, he lived through so many things, he studied so much, he worked in so many different fields, and he's so passionate. He has this explosive energy. It's so interesting to just listen to him and just learn as much as possible. I quickly realized that my biggest takeaway for today wasn't going to be physical training. I wasn't going to become an expert in a day, but what we could all focus on was the mentality of Ammo Hani towards the concept of a fight, and just his general outlook on life. It's fascinating actually. So in between the techniques he showed us, we all tried to pick his brain as much as possible. And here are the 7 lessons I learned from Ammo Hani. Avoid the fight if you can. When I was young, I did 1 year of judo, and I asked my coach, if someone comes with a gun and wants to attack you, what do you do? He told me, you do this. 1, 2, and then you around.
It's always good to run away from trouble because you might kill somebody and in the end you may regret. Third choice, run. But if you have no choice, you stand for the fight.
There are no maybes.
When you're in a fight, you focus everything around you. So you should be alert of anything that moves and not give chances to anything. Not say, okay, maybe not, there's nothing called maybe. There's something that you have to fight. There's something you have to defend yourself.
Calculate your movements.
Martial art is mathematical. You punch with 45 degrees, twist the 180 degrees. When you kick and you squat, you lose about 40 to 60% of your the strength of the kick.
With power comes discipline.
When you do martial art, you learn discipline, self-confidence, and you avoid every problem. Because you know you could hurt the person and you do your best not to.
Technique is worth more than strength.
How much does it matter if someone is like strong with fighting? If someone is strong, does it matter or is it technique? It's always technique. So strength. So what do you think about
and speed?
Eat just enough. You have a great energy. It's really how do you maintain this health and this energy and this?
I don't mess with food.
You don't mess with food. Okay.
I don't mess with food.
Okay.
I don't eat until I'm. Thank God, I don't have diabetes, I don't have BP, I don't have cholesterol, I have nothing. For instance, if there is a variety of food, I need not eat everything. I'll choose one or two and that's it. And I leave the table, I can eat more, but I'm comfortable.
The mind is limitless.
Nothing is impossible. Your mind can do miracles. If you train it, do what you want.
You're like 10 years older than my dad, and you're like, so you're more lively than me. And my dad's like, oh, I'm going to get up out of the couch right now.
Now we're fighting, and now we're going to try to apply what Hani taught us. I'm going to be fighting Shadi. We're pretty much the same height.
3, 2, 1, go! Careful the wall, careful the wall.
And it ended with Hani telling us to stop, because honestly, it was humiliating. So I guess it's a draw. Shadi and I finished. It was a draw. Really well fought, by the way. It's really hard to apply the things you've learned when you're in action right away.
He's heavier than you as well.
Yeah, he's 10 kilos heavier. But that doesn't really count if you have a good technique, which I don't have, so it counts. To finish this round of entertainment, Adam had the amazing idea to fight Ammo Hani. All jokes aside, today's short training session was really inspiring. Ammo Hani stays young at heart and therefore in his body too, even after a really eventful life. He's 74 years old and has more positive energy than all of us combined. He uses his powers to set his boundaries when needed, but mostly uses his strength and passion for good and teaching the youth. He does what he loves with enthusiasm and shares it with others. He has another class right now, non-stop. Bye-bye, thank you. Yalla, now lunchtime.